My name is Kevin McClain. I'm currently the IT director. I have been with the organization for 6 or 7 years. I came on originally as the education director, and then I was president for 4 years, and then an advisor for a year. So I've had many roles. What impresses me about the organization is its legacy of service to North Carolinians. I love the fact that the organization is over 30 years old, that we have people that have, they've devoted their lives basically to serving North Carolinians and promoting homeschooling. And I just think that's a great legacy. And I love that I get to be part of that story. And so, doing it differently, because it's a different era, right, than the 80s when it started, is part of the challenge that I get to participate uniquely, because a lot of it's now information technology driven and things like that. But just to be part of that legacy of service, I think, is what is inspiring to me. Yeah, so another thing I think is really awesome about the organization is the experience that's within the organization, right? The board and the volunteers, how much experience they have homeschooling, of understanding how homeschooling works in North Carolina. And I just think that if anyone is homeschooling in North Carolina, then there's some complexities, right, to homeschooling in general, but then there's also some complexities with homeschooling in North Carolina, the way the law works and things that you can and can't do. And all that can be difficult to navigate. So you need to have more experienced people to help you. Right, and that's what NCHE represents, right? Is that we have people who have been doing this for a long time, who have in many ways helped fashion the laws that exist, have been interacting with government officials and with other state groups, so that we understand how our state is different from other states and how it works, and then have been for the last 30 years communicating that to people as they determine whether or not homeschooling is right for them. I think for my number one advice is to just realize that many people come to education with preconceived ideas of what a quality education looks like. And that might be based on their own experiences, right? Or even how they learned, right? And they just need to understand that just people are different. Your kids are different than you. And what might have worked well for you might not work well for them, and that your responsibility as an educator is to monitor and adjust, right? You're going to monitor your child and their progress, and if what you're doing is not working, you need to change. You need to adapt, right? And that's the real beauty of homeschooling, is that it gives you the freedom to adapt, right? And that's what you want, because the goal is to get your child, your student, to move forward, right? And you don't want to create barriers to that. And I think very often the bureaucracy of school, the social environment of school, there are many things that create artificial barriers to your students' learning. And homeschooling gives you the freedom to kind of navigate all that. And that's why I love it. And that's what I would say to newbies, right? Is that there's often just stress of, like, I'm not sure I'm doing it right. It's not about whether or not you are doing a prescribed method of educating. It's whether or not is your child learning. Are they moving forward? If they are, if they're progressing, if they're developing a love for learning, if their curiosity is working, you're doing it right. If you love homeschooling and you're looking for opportunities to bless your neighbor, then come work with NCHE. Yeah. We'd love to have you. I have no inkling of what to say. So okay. What's the worst that can happen? You can get crappy content and not use it. Maybe I should sabotage it right now.